Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have the King of Games video of this month. Super in delay. This is the 29th of April, so just one day left for the COG, but I made it in I think 2 or 3 hours. It wasn't expected. Like, again, I always tell you that ranking to King of Games, climbing through King of Games at the end of the month, of course it's easier, and it is easier. But as you will see from replays, I just won some duels that actually had no sense. And I wasn't expecting to COG with this. I mean, you know that from the yesterday stream, I wanted to play Machina, but I kept struggling and I was bouncing from Legend Rank 3 to Legend Rank 2 and back and forth, so I felt like I needed to change. But before changing to something different, I was going to Speedroid, to start a Speedroid. I decided to give another try to Machina, and I COG'd with this. But before jumping right to it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I COG'd with Machina Chase. Wow. Yes, I COG'd with the old skill, Abundance Illuminate the Future, and wow. You can't imagine the difference it makes having access to this extra deck. The fact that you can have access not only to Trishula, but also to Power Through Brave Dragon makes the Machina deck so much more powerful. This thing has an insane synergy with the Machina stuff, especially with Citadel, because you pop this comes back. Trishula is just a non-targeting banish that can banish, can deal with everything basically. And as you will see from the replays, I think I never, and I want to be clear about that, never floated with Trishula into the level 9-1. Never. So eventually you decide to, if you miss something, guys, there's just one recommendation: when you break, because these can break of course, and the break comes when you have no Machina stuff, when you have nothing to, and basically we're talking about 6 cards, the Fortress and the Redeployment. If you have none of this too, you're gonna be in trouble, and your turn 1 just goes with the Formula Synchron and the Synchron Explorer back on the field. So if you miss something from here, I highly recommend playing a level 4 Synchro monster. That, in my opinion, the best one should be the older entity, if I can write it right, the old entity Astor. So if you miss any of this, play the rank 4, at least it gives you a protection, because I don't think we have a Synchro Hearth machine level 4 that could trigger. But if we miss the Machina part, this just does not make sense, right? So go with Astor eventually. The deck is I think it's exactly the one that I showed in the last video of the Machina Bond Illuminate the Future. But this thing is so freaking consistent, like, wow. And the turn 1, it's so versatile. Like, you can go, the point about this is that, as you will see in the replays, is that this thing can not only summon an unaffected Trishula, because that's the point, that eventually floats into an Omni Negate, into negate everything and cut in half, that is Trishula, of course, thanks to this effect. But the thing is, in his full turn 1 combo, you can decide to go into an unaffected Stardust Warrior and a Trishula. So this thing to negate any Synchro Summon, a direct special summon, and a Trishula to banish 3, as you will see tons of times in the replays. The Berserker is occasionally good, occasionally needed, not mandatory, but it is the purest form you can go with, especially because if you're in your classic turn 1, you go into Trishula plus Stardust Warrior, and somehow your opponent managed to go through it. It can happen, of course, it's very rare though. If you still have Synchro Chase, when you go for a actually Fortress plus level 1 Jet Synchron, you can easily go into Jug Berserker, right? But eventually you can make these come back into the deck with the skill and go into this, use Synchro Cheese to revive this and have an easy access to Power to Brave Dragon. You can do that as well. I think it happened in the replays, as you can see. Same thing goes when you go second. Of course, your opponent can be very good in interrupting. I mean, there are a lot of people that do not know they have to stop this. They have to prevent you from summoning this. Otherwise, you can just summon an unaffected Trishula going second and clear almost the whole board. Otherwise, you can still do stuff if your opponent knows what he has to do, because the Machina pod is so resilient. You can go, these can be summoned from the grave, you can crash into stuff, trigger the effect of Fortress to pop card, make this guy come back from the grave. You have so many options, really. And the fact you can have access to this guy that has a generic popper, another generic popper, plus basically a 4K on the field, because thanks to Life Extreme. Wow, really something insane. I loved playing with this. This probably is my favorite deck so far in terms of synchros. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is one of the one that I love the most, and especially because later in the duel, as Stardust Dragon will be in the grave because you used Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon's effect, so you summon this guy and you send it to grave somehow. When it's your turn again, it's on the from the turn 3 and onward, summoning Quasar becomes so easy. So basically, any way to get back a Machina Fortress on the field means you have access to a Quasar, and that makes it so much easier. So that's why I think these can somehow keep up with the new skill, because going first, you have the whole extra deck, the whole synchro pool to take monsters, to summon monsters from, and later in the duel you can always turn any 2500 into a Quasar, and dude, that counts a lot. Again, multiple bosses, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, guys, really, I love this, but please watch all of the replays, because those are something insane. And the duel for the Cog, for the Cog climb, for the last, from the step from Legend 5 to Cog, oh my, it was an epic anime duel against Resonators, and dude, what was that? I wish it happened on stream, guys, but I couldn't because tomorrow we have the new card, so I had to do it today, and I can't stream today, unfortunately. So it happened off stream, but I guess you're gonna enjoy it anyway. That's it for the explanation, guys. Just watch the replays to see how you can play the deck at its best. I think we have 9 or 8 or 9 replays, so plenty. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and let's jump right into it. Here we go, my boys. First replay on a 4-win streak. Let's see what we have. Link Dark Race. It's us to go first, and we do not have one of the best case scenario, because you don't want to see the Synchron Explorer, right? You want to grab the Synchron Explorer with the skill, and you want to have to degrade both the other tuners, the Mono Synchro and the Jet Synchro. So we have to play in a different way here, and we start grabbing the Jet Synchro to go at least into an into a Synchro Summon, so to grab a tuner that can revive itself. Then Machina Redeployment. Keep in mind, guys, when you draw the Equip spell for the Power to Brave Dragon, always discard those, because you can equip them from the grave with the effect of Power to Brave Dragon. So we got more Machina stuff. We start with the normal summon of Jet, getting the first Machina on the field, the Synchro summon of Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, Synchro Chase activated, and Accel Synchro effect activated to revive the Jet Synchron. So first lesson that the most expert Synchro player knows: when you activate Synchro Chase and you have Synchro Chase on the field, make sure that the last thing that happens in your chain is an effect of a Synchro monsters with a Stardust or Synchron in its original name, so that thanks to Synchro Chase your opponent cannot respond. So then other summon, and there you go, that's what we have. I mean, here we have an unaffected Power 2 Braver Dragon incoming, or an unaffected Berserker. It's up to you to choose, because once you use this effect, you can go 1+7 into 8 unaffected Berserker, or you can go and you keep the Stardust Dragon, or you can go 8+1 into 9, that is Power 2 Braver Dragon, of course, unaffected. So it's got multi-roll to begin with the Metal Force Fusion. At this point, I'm going to Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon to go into of course, the Stardust Dragon first, and then Synchro Summon into Power Tool Braver Dragon unaffected, because he was summoned from Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. So it's got the Window Eager activated to chain the response, but nothing happens because this is unaffected. So we keep the stuff and we're chilling. We have a pop and a pop or a negate eventually. So he went with the Ray, the effect of Ray, of course, to link summon a Kagari, and then he's got to mill. He actually decided to keep I think nothing he could, so he just got the engage to search for a afterburners, and look here what he does. Afterburners to pop the Power 2 Braver Dragon, but nothing happens, and he couldn't do nothing. This was the first rank up from 2 to 3. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, I was on a 7 win streak. Little spoiler ahead, these went up to 10. It was a 10 win streak. We got tuning to begin with. We have the combo, you grab the mono, and then mono to grab the Synchro Explorer. So what's so good about this is that with the combo mono plus synchron, I mean, it's a 1-card combo, it's mono in your hand, thanks to the skill, you're gonna draw a card. So if you're missing something, there's a high chance you can eventually get the missing piece with the draw. So Synchro Chase, of course, and we got first the Machina deployment to thin the deck, and then you go with the Synchro Explorer, reviving the mono, and now you go into Formula Synchron. Last thing to happen is the effect of Formula Synchron to draw, so he can't chain anything. The Synchro Chase to revive the Synchron Explorer, and we got the last piece of the combo that was the Jet Synchron. So now we can go on. This is the full combo, so 1+7. After you revive the Jet Sync from the grave, you go into Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon, but you do not activate its effect here. You don't want to activate the effect of Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon to revive something. He went for the effect Vader. It was stupid because we don't need that. And then you revive in the end the Machina Fortress, and this is your full combo. This is what happens when you have full combo. So you can go into Stardust Warrior with these two, and use Synchro Chase to revive the Formula Synchron so that you have Trishul as well. But this is not the case. We're not going into that. So he's got that. He decided to go with the Armored Dragon. I went into Stardust Dragon, as you can see there, and in this case I went 2+7 into Power Tool Braver Dragon. Now keep in mind, both of these two are unaffected by card effects, so he decided to attack straight away. That's totally fine, honestly, because we can keep the Power Tool. I flipped it. I actually put this kind of attack position so I can trigger the effect of Life Extreme and pop a card. Super poly, perfect. Then Archfiend, Staff of Despair to lower its attack, and at this point I can crash into it with my Synchron Explorer so that I can trigger Citadel coming back on the field. Then I attack with this because we get the nerf with the Life Extreme, and then going for lethal with the Machina Citadel. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my 9th win in a row. Keep in mind the 10th one was just an opponent scooping, that's why it's not here. So we can say technically 9 because I can't show you the 10th. But still, it's us to go first. And we have not the full combo, as you can see, because unfortunately we missed the Machina Fortress. So we're hoping to get something with the draw. So you first go into the Synchron Explorer, get the Mono Synchron from the grave. So you go 2+1 becomes 2 because of the effect of Mono Synchron. Formula Synchron, revive the Synchron Explorer, and you draw a card, right? So that's why, I mean, in this case, as you can see, we drew the Machina redeployment. But again, keep in mind, that's why I suggested you to play a level 4 Synchro, so eventually you can do something if you don't draw a Machina redeployment. Because here, if you draw, for example, another Jet Synchron, you can't do nothing. So, and that's sad. That's why playing a level 4 can sometimes help you. In this case, instead, we had the redeployment, so we have everything. First, Machina Fortress Summon, level 8, Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon, summon, no effect of the boy, so you can have the fortress back on the field, discarding the other citadel, and you're chilling. Witness why I'm known as the true king. Here he comes. Fiendish Chain to begin with, kinda useless because this guy triggered itself to activate the effect, so first misplay, then Crimson Gaia to get the Fiendish Golem, and Resonator call to get the Soul Resonator. So at this point, Resonator call to get another one, actually to get the Crimson Resonator, and he's going first with the Crimson special summon and then the normal summon of the Soul to get the Synchron Resonator. At this point he goes with the Bonach Fiend special summon, and at this point I'm doing this, Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon to summon Stardust Dragon, and then we Accel Synchro into Stardust Warrior. Keep in mind, toggle on here. So Stardust Warriors eats the field, and keep in mind, we have no pressure on this, because these can activate its effect whenever he wants, because it's unaffected, right? And we trigger Synchro Chase, and we get back the Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron, toggle on, it's got the Bone Archfiend's effect to send the Tuning Gum, and then it goes straight away into Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. Why we're not Trishuling here? Because we want him to commit everything. We want him to commit also the skill to summon a level 8 from nothing. So he synchro summons, but we negate the summon with Stardust Warrior. At this point, he has to go with the skill, getting the Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. He flips that up, toggle on, second Accel Synchro, Formula Synchron into Trishula 0, the Dragon Ice, the Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier, banish everything, and keep in mind, in the end phase, Stardust Warrior comes back on the field. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Interrupting a full one trick. Oh dear, oh boy, what a duel was this one. So we got Revolution and the Flare into the Scrap Recycler. So this is with Orcust. So it's Orcust the Flare. Let's speed things up. Let's see what he's gonna end on. He's gonna draw a card, get the level 7 out, the Horror, the Orcust Nightmare, the Wound. He's gonna get the Orchestrated Babel, and then Dingirsu as well, sent to grave. So he's got Accel Link Summon, he's got a Dingirsu in the grave that he can summon anytime by banishing the skeleton, and this is a quick effect because of the Babel. It's got potentially double negation from the Clearing Synchro Dragon and double set card. Let's see what we have. We have full combo here, so we're chilling. So we start with Synchron Explorer, the Synchro Chase is here, and we start exactly with that. Then Synchron Explorer to get the mono, nothing happens, we can go on. Formula Synchron here to be summoned, Synchro Chase plus Formula Synchron. He can't interrupt here because we got Synchro Chase on the field. Bad draw here, so we got the Machina deployment first to get the Machina part, then Tuning to get even more monsters, some other mill, first summon Machina Fortress, and then the Jet Synchron comes. He decided not to interrupt, and he's already done. Once that these touches the field, he's kinda dead. So he's got the Book of Mundo, but I can chain, and he cannot negate with this. Thanks to Synchro Chase, he can't respond to Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon's effect. So he Book of Moons, but we go Stardust Dragon. That of course will go into a Stardust Warrior, right? And we already have something here to go with. This is unaffected, don't forget about it. And plus, Machina Fortress comes back by discarding the Citadel. And he's got Dingirsu summon with the effect of Skeleton to send to the grave what he decided to target the Stardust Warrior, but nothing happens. And then Masquerina here to link summon into Orchestrator, but Stardust Warrior negates the summon. So we can crash into the boy, but it's got the droplet. Is that really a problem? No, because we want exactly to be destroyed, right? So once we get destroyed, we use the effect of Fortress, we pop the Orchestrated Babel, Citadel gets triggered, comes back, and we can attack and get rid of it, and that's how we went successfully through that board. Plus, Stardust Warrior comes back in the end phase, so we still have a Summon Negation and a Quick Effect Raigeki, basically. Quick Effect Lightning Vortex, actually. So it's got the Babel again, the Nightmare here to mill more stuff, the Wound to get the boy out, then the Skeleton to summon the Dingirsu's effect. At this point we're chaining to pop everything, and he sent the Stardust Warrior. The only bad thing is that we do not have room into the extra deck to play a Jet Warrior, otherwise this would have had a floating effect. then Sarge the Flirty pop, but guess what? He pops a Machine Monster, Citadel comes back. Oh my dear. And guess what now? It's 4th turn, so we can use the skill because we have a Stardust Dragon in the grave. So the 3k on the field can just be transformed into a Quasar straight away. Let's speed things up. You know the drill. We're just attacking, and then he scooped because he couldn't do a thing. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. The birds are here. Let's see what we have. We are going, I think, first, right? So now you should know how the combo is done, right? So we still, as you can see here, we're missing the Machina part because the Citadel alone does nothing. So you need the Fortress or the redeployment. But again, we have the hope. We have a hope thanks to the draw formula synchron. Guys, you can't even imagine how many times I was saved by that. Again, look at this. We got the draw and we drew the redeployment again. Dude, if I love this. So the Fortress and the Citadel, so we can go full combo. Let's speed things up. You know how this is done, and now we can do everything we want. He started with the Bird Call, getting the Werber, and then the Werber special summon to special summon another thing from hand. That was the Wagtail. I was afraid he was going for the spell, the Bird Strike, but instead he did not. So he started with the Recital Starling. We don't really care about that because eventually at the end, even if he summons all of his bosses, we can just Trishula them out. So Canary there, then the effect to mill the Cobalt Sparrow, Canary to revive it. I could have banished everything here, but I didn't feel like it was the proper moment. So he went with Assembled Nightingale. That's totally fine, guys. We don't even care about that. Then the effect of Wagtail to have more stuff, Sanctuary to have an insanely big Nightingale, a set card before the end of the main phase, Stardust Dragone Metadone into the Trishula unaffected. So now even if he chains a Chalice, a Droplet, nothing can happen. So you banish 3, the set card, the Sanctuary, and the Nightingale. He scoops. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. We got also some Tri-Brigade trigger to face. We have full combo because we have the redeployment. We have Jet and Mono. There you go. We can do everything. So here he comes, getting the Synchron Exploder. So the Synchro Chase, the draw. He's got the DD Craw though. So that was something we need to take care of. So now that means we have no way to go into Formula Synchron. We have to play that differently. How do we do it? So Jet Synchron first on the field, then the Machina Fortress, and we went in Accel Synchron Stardust Dragon, both the effect triggered in this case. Why? Because we had another Jet in the grave. So that's why we could activate the effect of Accel Synchron Stardust Dragon. So we got the Jet out, the Jet back, and the Machina Fortress back. So what we have here, again, you can go into Trishula, because 8 plus 2 plus 1 is Trishula. You can go into Berserker, or you can go also into the level 9 Power 2 Brave Dragon. So he went with the different dimension reincarnation. What a start, because this guy, when he gets special summon, he can banish a card without targeting. So I had to chain with Accel Synchron Stardust Dragon, summoning the Stardust Dragon on the field to go into Power Tool Brave Dragon. This guy, guys, is unaffected, so we don't care. The Ominous Omen to banish. He got the Power Tool Brave Dragon though to equip the stuff, so we're chilling, and he decided to go with the boy that is unaffected. So he wasted his banish. Then, and keep in mind, he did nothing. He did not normal summon. He did not use his skill. Now he used the skill to play this thing. So another Link summon into the Tri-Brigade Rugal, and then the Rampant Rampager to get the Tri-Brigade Revolt before the end of the main phase. Effect of Power to Brave Dragon, put this to defense, trigger the effect of Life Extreme pop. The set card plus the Archfiend Staff of Despair comes back to my hand. Lovely. And wow. So at this point, the Despair back on the field. He's got the effect of Shelter here to summon a boy, so he can trigger the Ominous Omen to banish. But guess what? The Power to Brave Dragon to negate the effect of this. At this point, we got the Despair back in hand with the effect again. We reduce the attack. Oh, sorry guys, we then special summon the Fortress, got the Berserker out, because with this attack nerfed, you can just attack Berserker, use its effect, boost up, and then attack. again. So 6k boy that attacks 4 lethal, and we still had to attack with the power 2 Braver Dragon. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Battlin Boxer. Let's see what we have here. Let's speed things up. We do not have the combo here again, as you can see, because we are missing the. Even though we milled a Machina Fortress, right? So we do not have the full combo technically, because I mean we need one more Machina Fortress probably. So we started with the Explorer, getting the Mono Synchro. Let's see what we draw. Formula Synchro plus Synchro Chase, of course, gives us a total level of 4 on the field, and we got another Fortress. Perfect. At this point, we can go Jet Synchron by discarding the Archfiend stuff, and Axel Synchro starts on the field this year. Machina Fortress comes back, and this kind of the full combo again, thanks to the draw. So it's got the Promoter and the Uppercutter. Then he went with the effect of Promoter to get the guys on the field. Axel Synchro Status Dragon to summon the Status Dragon. Of course, guys, Toggle Han you want to have here. But what we do first, we first going to start as Water, so we have a summon negation. And then Synchro Chase revives the Formula Synchron, second Axel Synchro of the day of the duel into Trishula. Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier, banishing Tree. What a clearance, but he still has to normal summon. Plus, he has a promoted special summon. Oh my jeez. Normal summon here with the Switch Kitter. He gets the boy back. And then the Uppercutter's effect to get the Duel counter. XC summon with all 3 of those. But guess what? Stardust Warrior just negates the XC's summon. We don't care. He sets a couple of cards. Stardust Warrior comes back in the end phase. Do you really want to do this, boy? It does not. Any scoops? That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. 4 wins in a row here. Oh dear, we have a Rin, but this was not a skill that was indicated at the beginning, so I didn't know what that was. And again here, as you can see, we do not have the full combo. Guess what's happening? We draw with Formula Synchron exactly what we need. We drew the redeployment. It is, of course, in the grave. So that's why we couldn't go for it. Actually, it's here, the redeployment, and we got the missing piece. So now we have a full combo as always. Let's speed things up. You know how this is done. Now, Precious Card of the Wind. Look at this, and he started with a Kaiju, and that's important because that's the same that happens against heroes eventually. If they played it correctly and they get rid of Axel Synchro Status Dragon, you still have stuff to do. Not only for the Citadel that floats eventually when you pop any of this, but also because you have Formula Synchron, so you have another way to Axel Synchro. So he's got the Ice Spell, Special Summon, triggers its effect, Special Summon from the deck, gets the search of a level 1, the Snowbell. He special summons the Snowbell, Toggle Han, he touches the field, and guess what? Axel Synchro, Formula Synchron, 2+2+7, Trishula, Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Banish Tree. There you go, that's how you do it. It's not done yet. Chandelier getting the Terror Top special summon to get the Taketomborg special summon to, and then Tribits to go into the Fukimudoshi Piper, and he gets just another Ice Spell, but it's got no level 7. Wait, what? So at this point, tuning to get the Jet Synchron, and then upon eliminate the future to go into the 2 dragons, then Jet Synchro normal summon to go into Stardust Dragon. We had to summon the Stardust Dragon here because he tributed the Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon in the previous turn. Synchro Chase revives the Synchro monster, so skill again to get the Livestream Dragon, 2+2+8 into Shooting Quasar Dragon with the skill, super easy, clearing the field. And now he's got Precious Card within again, nothing more into his end. We got nothing to go with. Kyroid attacking again, negating that. He's got another Kyroid in hand. Oh dear, please put an end to this farce. So he's still surviving. He draws a card. He has nothing. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here he comes, as you can see, Legend Rank 5 me, and he's got his Legend Rank 1. Actually, it's Italian now that I noticed. And let's see what we have. 5 wins in a row. This was the rank up to COG. And let's see what we have here. Again, it's us to go. Bonds eliminate the future. We have the full combo, as you can see, because we got the redeployment and the tuning. Speed things up. You know what this means. Full combo going with the Synchron Explorer, the Fortress, the Chase. Look at this. This is simply insane. Wow, and that's it. That's what you have on turn 1. He's got the Crimson Resonator to begin with, then the Bone Hatchfiend special summon at this point, Vision to get the Crimson Gaia. Before it does anything, upsell Synchro Status Dragon into first unaffected Status Warrior. Synchro Chase gets triggered again. We get back the Formula Synchron, so we can still go into Trishula. He went for the Synchro Summon, Red Rising Dragon. Guess what happens? Starter Warrior negates. Then Witness why I'm known as a true king. He's got the Fiendish Chain, and he went for that on my Formula Synchron. So wait, now we can't go into Trishula. We have to do something else. Guess what? We chain Formula Synchron and we go into Power Tool, Braver Dragon. So we get the 2 Keep spell. He's got the skill to get the Scarlet Dragon Archfiend. He flips that up and he triggers Life Extreme to pop it. Then he's got the Crimson Gaia, so he's not done yet. He still has to normal summon, I think, but he just sets a card. And then Bone Archfiend, and he decided the stupid move to attack, thus triggering the effect of Citadel. But he also actually gets back boy the Scarlet Dragon Archfiend. He attacks and Citadel is forced to pop everything. So we got the Status Warrior coming back on the field. Look at that. And at this point we can just go skill. Got the 2 dragon on the field. Then we flip this up, and at this point he has the Fiendish Golem. We know he has Fiendish Golem, right? We know. But simply, he can't do nothing, because if he activates this now, we activate the skill and we get the Power Tool Braver Dragon. So, we still have 2 monsters to go for lethal. So, and if he waits for Quasar, what happens is, this is gonna activate Fiendish Golem, and we're gonna negate. So, with Quasar going for lethal, we got the rank up to Kaga. Look at the glowing background. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Oh my dear, if I love this deck, playing against all of this stuff that is still pre-ban list, don't forget about it. Oh my jeez, I have to reevaluate this deck. I think it could be still one of the best versions of Stardust or Synchrons or whatever you want to call it. This probably is the best Machina Synchron version. Guys, that's everything for today. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.